my name is Gochiuka. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you haven't, please click on the subscribe button and tell your friends to tell a friend. You know how it's done. Anyway, welcome. Thank you for joining me. So today I want to talk about WhatsApp group etiquette. Last time I talked about etiquette for sharing phone numbers and contacting people after I share phone numbers, and of course I had to do a little follow-up, and so today I'm talking about WhatsApp group etiquette. So just things that you should do before, during, and after you start or create a WhatsApp group. Now WhatsApp group, I don't know when that feature came into existence, but ever since then I feel like it's had good uses. Like, of course, one of the good uses is that you can communicate with a group of people at the same time instead of sending individual messages one by one to different people and copying and pasting. But then I feel like it's also been misused in many ways, whereby people just create groups just for no reason. They just start a group, they start group here, there, they have like 100 groups, and then of course at the end of the day they will have so many messages, and just nothing has any good intent or sensible reasoning. So that's why I decided to make this video, so I got you covered. Of course, these are my opinions, just bear in mind these are my opinions, and you may or may not agree with them. It's up to you, but just disclaimer. Okay, so the first thing I want to say, the first thing I think that people should do before creating a WhatsApp group is to think about why they are creating the WhatsApp group. So why do you want to create a WhatsApp group? Why? Is it because you're bored and you just want to have a group of people that you want to torture? Or is it because there's like, you want to form an association? Maybe there's maybe you want to start your own family WhatsApp group with all your siblings and your parents, which can be good, if you feel like that's an effective way to communicate. Or if you want to form an old boys association or old girls association. So just think about why you're creating the WhatsApp group. Have a good reason for it. Sometimes it could be a prayer group, it could just be any group at all, but think well, and that thought process will guide you and the entire management of the WhatsApp group. Okay, so first thing, think about why you're creating the WhatsApp group. And then the second thing is, who are you creating the WhatsApp group for? So like I said, if it's for your family, your immediate family, good. But then if you go and start including close friends or close cousins, then you're kind of ruining the purpose of the WhatsApp group, unless that close friend or close cousin was adopted by your family. So who should you invite in the WhatsApp group is another thought that should come to your mind. Also, if you're forming a group of friends, maybe it was for a travel purpose, you don't want to have a group where two people are known, like sworn enemies, and then you put the two of them in the same group. What are you trying to achieve? You're just going to have fights inside your WhatsApp group. Who should be in your WhatsApp group? How well would they communicate? What is the atmosphere that you want for your WhatsApp group? And that will help you decide who should come in, who should not come in. If you think that two people are not going to get along, or more than two people, then maybe you shouldn't have a group with those people in it. Same thing goes for even travel groups, bridesmaids groups. I feel like don't expect the people. Of course, obviously we're all adults, and you could say everybody put aside your differences, but that might not happen. So don't expect that from people. Just do your own part and don't bother starting a WhatsApp group putting people that might not agree. I had a friend tell me that she was on WhatsApp group, and she did not like, there was one guy that she did not like, but she didn't feel like leaving, or she did not know how to leave, because the person that added her to the group is a close friend's husband, but she's uncomfortable in the group. And I was like, why in the group then that you're uncomfortable in? And I'm sure the person who was adding her didn't think about that fact that she might be uncomfortable in that group. So that's something. And then the third thing you should think about is housekeeping rules. So when you start a group, have rules communicated to every member of the group inside that group. So just list out rules. The rules could be every day we are going to say hello to each other. It could be there should not be any disrespect here. It could be that there should not be mention of so and so topic. Maybe a topic is too sensitive for that group. it could be anything at all, but make sure you have housekeeping rules that will help to guide that your WhatsApp group. Otherwise, anybody can do anything and then they'll say, oh, but I didn't know that it was not part of the WhatsApp group. So have those rules, and don't have it in your mind. Write it there in the WhatsApp. Say this are the housekeeping rules. When we started our family WhatsApp group, well, it's not me that started it, but when it was started, I just wrote there, I said, please limit all form of spams. Like, I don't want to be getting videos and photos, which is another point I'll talk about. So yeah, you can say in that WhatsApp group what your rules are for the WhatsApp group. Number 4, messages or broadcast in your WhatsApp group. Now, dear African parents, I know people will say this girl is always coming for you, but it's as if people would think that WhatsApp group is for you to be sending broadcast messages every day, every time, every hour, just messages. I'm like, why? Of what use is that? So think about the messages that you're writing in the WhatsApp group. Number 1, so under these points, one thing you can think about is that message that you're sending, is it relevant to the group? At least, even if it's not relevant to every member of the group, is it relevant to most members of the group? Because if the group is about work and you're sending broadcast message about entertainment or about people dancing, unless your work is in the entertainment industry, it's not relevant. If the group is about church and you're sending message about the club, don't you think you come off as you are not a serious person? So think about the messages that you're sending. Some broadcast messages sometimes are good and useful for passing information, but just think it through before you send it. Unless the message you're sending is maybe you promoting your personal business, then yes, that might be fine. But even at that, try to do it with sense. Because me, I know that sometimes I send broadcast messages on about my IG live, YouTube, whatever, but messages that are not even your messages, like somebody just sent it to you, now just send it. Why? That's so first thing, is it relevant to the group? The second thing that you should think about is, does the message even make sense? Because sometimes I see some messages in the WhatsApp group and I'm wondering, did you read it before you posted it? Maybe you see a message where beware of eating raw beans. A family in Abeokuta just died. Unknown to them, there was rat shit inside, rat poo inside the beans. But unfortunately, they only cooked it halfway, and so when they ate it, they died. I'm thinking, okay, number 1, you say beware of eating raw beans. Number 1, who eats raw beans? Who? Number 2, you said there was rat poo inside the beans. People, by now, you should learn how to store your beans inside containers. Cover it. Cover it into containers. Number 3, you now said they cooked the beans half done, but initially you said they ate raw beans. Like when you think about some of the messages and you're just like, does this message even make any sense? Why was this message sent here? And maybe imagine if you're sending a message like that, because sometimes you send messages like that, people send messages like that to a group that, like I said, is not relevant to them at all. So maybe that group doesn't even eat beans at all. Like someone sent me a message one time, a message was put, and the message was about fixing eyelashes, how fixing eyelashes can you can get bald. A girl got a huge boil or sty on her eye or something, and I had to ask the person that put that message, I said, have you ever seen me fix my eyelashes before? The person's like, hey, so you don't? I was like, no, I don't. I've never fixed my eyelashes in my entire life. Okay, I naturally have some long eyelashes, but I never fixed my eyelashes, I never fixed my nails. So if you're sending me messages like that, I'm just like, why are you sending them? So